if you're trying to influence a buying decision, you've got what, 5 seconds to tell that
Right.
story. And I mean, you're not telling that story necessarily verbally, right?
Right.
I'm by no means an expert in this space, but how your website looks, what's the messaging above the fold, because most people won't scroll, right?
Absolutely.
Reviews, how engaged you are on guest reviews, and people might just sort of click through really quickly, and hopefully something catches their attention. Because if not, then it becomes a price decision, and they go to Expedia or
That's
wherever,
right.
and right, that's that.
That's right. That's exactly right. And using technology, like I think about our digital storefront of not only just the website, but how do we use landing
Mm.
pages and make those very specific to the customer? And how many times are we showing up talking about us versus talking about them
Yeah.
and what they want? So, for an example, a great example of that kind of customer first thinking, and there's many out there, but rather than kind of talking in a marketing world, because we're talking about marketing at this point, um, you can show up talking about your new hotel, your new renovation. You can talk about your restaurant, and so forth. But taking a look at where is the customer, where is their headspace? So, Hyatt, for example, did a great job of saying, what does that customer journey look like of our most valuable customer? And so in this case, they were really targeting the female traveler. And so they came up, in the diaspora of the brands, there was a lot of home away from home, or it feels like home. And what they said is, you know what? This feels nothing like home. Thank goodness. Right. And so it was this picture of a woman, with ordering 20 different pillows for her bed and not going out but watching a show inside because the kids are gone, the husband's gone, and everything else. So in that example, instead of talking about us, how do we connect with the mindset of that core customer is, or that most valuable
That is
player,
such,
valuable
man, that
customer?
is such a good idea. 'Cause as we're talking about this, I'm thinking about all of the lifestyle hotels that are going to tell you that it's a residential feel and it's your place in this whatever, and like, look at our great lobby. Who cares, right?
Right.
That's
Who cares?
literally everybody's design philosophy and everybody's story, right? So
Yes.
yeah, I like that. That's thinking about it differently. That's being a little cheeky maybe on it, or just like
Yeah.
stepping away from the more buttoned up and polished sort of traditional way that you would market your very traditional hotel.
Absolutely. And I think, I think here's what's interesting. Here's what's interesting, and we kind of did a study about it, and a lot of folks are gonna. This is going to be fun news to hear, but it's true. We looked at of all the different departments and divisions that are in a hotel, sales and marketing showed up as one of the least centric, customer focused divisions. And 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 what I mean by that is how they presented themselves, or how their conversations focused around the hotel rather than the customer. Now, so it was all about, look at our space, this is how we can set up the
Yeah.
room, and very few times were they actually able to speak to the customer. Now, the salespeople could get their, rates, dates, and space, their requirements, and they said, those are their needs. No, those were the requirements. What do you actually know about that customer? What are they trying to do? What are they trying to achieve by this meeting? And they couldn't answer the question. So, we think about customer centricity. We have customer guest satisfaction scores. How many times have we actually challenged our sales and marketing teams to say, hey, listen, do you actually know what the customer is trying to achieve, or what they're driving to, or what they're thinking
Yeah.
about, other than just this meeting? There's something that's going on, far beyond the
Yeah.
meeting.